What's up, Knicks family? My bad. My apologies. No intro. We're gonna get straight to it. Yo, Black is time. Had some technical difficulties, but I got it figured out. So here we are. Didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Appreciate you guys joining. Appreciate you guys waiting. So I'm a cut this episode a little bit short. You know, we got Queen's Court at 8 o'clock, and then we'll go into details with the the hypothetical scenario of if the Knicks win the lottery, what do you do? So I know it's gonna take a lot of time, so we're gonna kind of skip that, but we'll maybe do a little prequel to that show and talk about some of the guys in the top of the draft, um thoughts on them, fit with the team, and would you know draft a power forward in top three, knowing the conditions that we have with two power forwards now.
Mhm.
It is one of these guys able to move to the five? Is that a possibility, or does it boil down to pick the best guy and you rotate that position by best, who's best, who's second best, and then third best is gonna have to wait, or do you move somebody automatically? So top three guys, Chet, um, your guy, oh man, now I'm drawing a blank.
Jabari Smith,
Jabari
Samaki
Smith,
Water.
there you go, and Duke's Ponchero.
Mhm.
I'll start with him. I think ultimately, he's probably the closest guy to being like Randall. If you're talking about like player comps and things of that nature,
Yeah.
and it's already a duplication of position, but it's actually a duplication of style and play. And I don't know if he'll come in immediately and be better than Randall. So I probably wouldn't go that route. Your guy Smith, I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to really like him overall. Um, he's safe. He's definitely safe. Um, guards multiple positions, probably 1 through 5.
Hmm.
I wonder if he could play some small ball five. Because if he can, I would definitely go that route and grab Smith. And then Chet, I think, has the most upside of all three guys. So I'm wondering, if I had that first pick, who would I get? And Chet, let me know who you would pick. I probably go Smith. I probably go Smith with the hopes that he could play some small ball five. He can give you multiple defensive uh guarding multiple defensive positions, and then I think he has the best jump shot out of any freshman. Coming out this draft right now. Um, but that being said, Queen, you already said Jabari. So if you want to give a quick, you know, sequentially on why you would pick him, go for it. And
Yeah.
then I have some questions about him, and you can tell me what you think about it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me on the show again. Forever grateful.
Always.
Um, yeah, I like him, and I want to preface this by saying I did some more research on Banchero or Bancaro. It's, it's one or the other. The chat let me know, and I like him more than I did before. Um, but what I like about Jabari Smith is that his floor is a 3 and D guy. Like in terms of his offense and his shooting, it's just effortless. In terms of him being able to shoot the three, being able to shoot over people with his length, and defensively, and not just having the ability to guard all five, but the willingness to do so. So that's what I like about him. Now he can add to his game too. He had a little jab step, in the mid range. Definitely not on Carmelo Anthony's level, but he got a little jab step in the mid range. He's not a post up guy, but I don't know if you're gonna find somebody that does it all. So he's not that guy. But if he can develop in the mid range, continue the 3-point shooting, play defense the way he does. He can handle the ball as well. You know, his ball handling is okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But defense, I think that's what's been his weakness, right?
For Jabari,
Oh no 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 no! I
I'm
thought you
talking.
was.
This is
I'm sorry.
Jabari.
I'm
This is
sorry.
all Jabari.
I thought you were still talking about
Benjero. No.
Benchero.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Um. So that's why I like him. I think at worst he's a 3 and D. Bankero, do you want me to say anything about him?
Sure. Absolutely.
What I like about him is his game is really developed on the offensive end. His handling, his ball handling skills for somebody that's 6'10" and not a lanky 6'10", the way he's able to, get to his spots, get his shot off, play in the post somewhat as well. I think with him, it's, his one on one, from what I understand doing the research, if he's locked in, he's okay.
Hmm.
But his defensive awareness, and I think that's just giving me Obi Toppin vibes, just his defensive awareness. But on the offensive end, he's very, very skilled.
Yeah, I agree. Um, I think he's the one guy that if they go that route, excuse me, whew, long day. It's only gonna get longer. If if we go that route, he's the one guy I think that you would have to move on from either Randall or Toppin. I don't see any scenario in which the three of these guys could be on the team, together. Jabari, I have hopes of at the very least playing some small ball five, stretching the floor, being a switchable guy in that small
Mhm.
ball five role, and utilizing his skill set defensively and shooting to stretch the floor. So I could see that being
Mhm.
a feasible option. And then
Mhm.
Chet,
Mm.
um, same thing. It may take a little bit longer for him to man that center position
Mhm.
full time, but I think in a pinch or depending on the opposing team's lineup, we may be able to use him as a I don't even know if you call it a small ball center because he's 7 foot, but let's say a slim ball center. Uh, but
Yeah.
I think he has the absolute highest ceiling, probably the lowest floor as well, just because you don't know how that body frame is gonna maintain and hold up in the NBA. There's Kristaps Porzingis vibes. I think a lot of people have said that. I think you said it. Um, and the scariest thing about it is if you remember Kristaps' first, I believe, first game, not even real game, preseason, maybe even summer league, whichever one it was, big tractor trailer trying to make a NBA comeback. You know what I mean? And fouled him and felt like it looked like he broke his back. On that
Mm.
on that first play. You know what I mean? One of them first plays of
Mhm.
the year.
Mhm.
Welcome to the league. But tractor trailer, come on, man. You was like 4 years removed from the league. You know what I mean? Trying to make a comeback,
And
three
trying to
hundred
make a point.
300 plus pound. I mean, and that didn't make the team. I mean, at the very, I was pissed. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm worried about something like that. One of these big centers, just blocking a shot and maybe hurting this guy. So it, it
Yeah.
it is a risk to it. I would put him two on my list as of right now. Um, because the upside, because I don't think you have to make any roster changes or move maneuvering to fit him in. I think Bonchero you would. Um, and
But I
then
think
go ahead.
and I like Chet better now after doing research as well. He's thin, but he's tough,
Hmm.
and he's what I like to call skinny strong. Like Brandon Ingram is skinny strong. Kevin Garnett was skinny strong.
Hmm.
They weren't weaklings, even though they were really thin.
I
and
like
that's
to use sorry,
mhm,
wiry strong because
wiry
you
strong.
ever have like
Yeah.
bare wires all
Mhm.
together.
Mhm. So he's not a wimp by, by any stretch. Um, but he's gonna have to put on, he's gonna have to put on some weight. I see him as a four as well. I don't see him as a five. Um, and if he's a four, then that does bring up the same issues with Jabari and Bankero. Like, do we have to move a Randall or Obi before the season starts? And that's one of the things we're going to talk about on the Queen's Court as well. If we get the number one pick, are you bringing all of them into camp, or are you going to move one to at least clear some space so that your number one pick can get um, some light, and not just for that. That's another asset that you can use in the off season, whether that's Randall, whether that's Obi, to make the team better.
Um, and we'll get into it more when I do the full show.
Hmm.
But what about the option? Now, I don't think you'll trade down if you have the opportunity for Smith. I think you like Smith that much.
But you know who else I like though? I like
Okay,
Ivy.
okay.
I like Ivy as well. So
That was my question.
so if
Would you relinquish and move down and pick up an asset, and maybe move down a spot or two, or whatever it is
if you
for.
still can get Ivy,
Hmm.
I would. I think I would.
Interesting. Um,
Those two guys, in my opinion, have more superstar potential than Bankero, or Chet might have some superstar. He might. I'm not gonna even say superstar. Star,
star
star
potential.
potential, star potential.
I think
But
they all
Chet,
have it. I think they all have it.
Bankero, you see
I
being a
I
star in this
I
league.
I do. I do. Um, yeah, I definitely do. And the thing with him specifically is gonna be the defensive end. Is he gonna be a
Right.
two-way star, or is he just gonna be a offensive monster? I think he can be an offensive monster, but
Yeah. The
the
only thing
question
with
is,
that, if you only one way, offensively, you got to be elite. You know what I
mhm,
mean? Like if
what do
if
you
if
what do you think his floor is?
that's a good question. I'm trying to think of somebody that's 6'10" that can handle the ball the way he does, and shoot it the way he does, especially
I
in the mid. And it's
I
not
give
just shooting. I'm not talking about 3 point. I mean being able to put the ball between his leg to create offense for himself.
I think his floor is a like a Harris,
Which Harris? Tobias?
Tobias Harris.
Okay.
I think that's his floor, which is a pretty good floor,
That's a
floor
pretty good floor. Yeah.
to have. You know what I mean? Um, to me, if he ends up being the Harris, that actually means some things didn't really pan out for him, but that's still a heck of a floor.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Um, Ceiling, maybe Tatum.
Oh,
I,
wow.
Tatum's come a long way. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. That's why I'm saying I don't know about
He's,
Banchero on Tatum level, but anything is possible.
I mean, again, when I do ceilings, a lot of the times, to me, a ceiling is almost unachievable. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
like like when I do ceilings, I'm talking cathedral ceilings. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Okay. Okay.
like that's the way I look at ceiling. Like if everything pans out, and if he develops a couple of things as well. You know what I mean. I always look at ceilings that way, um, and then floors for the most part. I try to make it as low as possible, like worst
Hmm.
case scenario
Hmm.
type situation,
Right.
and I really believe that. Um, you have a ceiling or floor for Chet?
I mean, his ceiling could be high if he. I mean, he's skilled. He's skilled in terms of on both the offensive and defensive, and in terms of blocking shots, I should say.
Yeah, we
Um,
probably
s-
have a ceiling. Honestly, we probably like if he maxes out, we probably never seen that before at his size, his
at
skill,
his size,
and
because that's
you know.
kind of what we was thinking. But listen, we've seen enough of KP when he hasn't been injured,
Hmm.
to know how good he. I mean, the issue with me with KP is his injury history. You know, he shoots the 3-point shot a lot, but I don't really see him as a banger anyway. I'm talking about for KP.
Hmm.
So picture KP not injured. That's a bad man.
I the crazy thing is I put that as I put KP now. This is including injuries, right?
Hmm.
So maybe KP today with the injury after the injuries is what I'm saying. I would put KP currently as his ceiling. I mean, excuse me, as his floor. I think he's gonna be that good as current KP with after dealing with the injuries. Um, kind of taken already have taken that step back a little bit, and who knows if KP will become and still continue to grow into a better player. But current KP, what we've seen in the last 2 years or so, I would put that as a floor for Chet. I think he's going to be that good, even if he doesn't become a star. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's good because this is the thing with KP. I don't think his injuries has impacted his game. I think his injuries has just impacted his availability.
Mm.
When he's available, I don't see much difference in his in his game. Like I can't look at him and be like, "Oh, because of that injury, he's slow. Because of that injury, he can't hit the 3-point shot anymore."
I, I
You know?
think I think the injuries definitely, at the very least, slowed him down, and he wasn't the quickest. You know
To
what I mean? Like
begin with.
he was quick for his size, quick for what I mean, that type of body, but he
Mhm.
wasn't necessarily quick. You know what I mean? It was almost like off guard, catch you off guard type situation.
Mhm.
Um, but I think his trajectory was still up. I don't know if I think so. Certain things that he could have improved upon
Mhm.
pre-injury, I don't think he has that option anymore. I think he's kind of have to live with some of the limitations um that I thought he could have improved on.
Like
So
what?
I think he could have got faster pre-injury. I think like those are things he could have worked on. Um I mean, obviously he can still get stronger. Um just little things. His shot is pretty much the same, but it may even be part of his attitude or the way he plays. Maybe that's what it is. And again, I'm all speculation. That could be a effect of being injured, kind of pacing yourself. Like he
Mhm.
doesn't seem to have that same ferocity to his game that I
Mm.
saw as a young Nick career. That kind of felt like it took a step back. And again, maybe that's because of injuries. Maybe it isn't.
Mhm.
But I think Chet. I think that's a good floor for him. I think he could ultimately be better than KP. I think he has a pretty good IQ, which I don't know if KP had that off the rip. And I think Chet is a little less selfish, so he'll be more for. He's not gonna come in and try to be the man, and you know what I mean. Like this is my team. He's
Mhm.
gonna fit in.
Well, it was his team. And if Chet may want to fit in now, but if he's going to be that guy at some point, that's a step he's going to have to take.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a good attitude to have, and sometimes it isn't. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta wait your turn. Sometimes the best thing is to wait your turn. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might feel you're ready, and you're not, but you feel it. So sometimes you gotta be humble, and sometimes you don't. So it's a fine line. You know what I mean? Um, who else is on my list? I had Sharp as an honorable mention.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to.
He didn't play a game,
Oh yeah, I heard about him. I didn't get a chance to really delve into him
so
though.
it's really more about upside and you know what I mean. Like you can't
We
really
didn't talk
like.
about Ivy either.
All right, let's. I would I move back for Ivy? Do you think Ivy could play the point?
Or you move back for him. Some are considering him number one.
I,
I mean, he's in the conversation for for number one.
mm, I wouldn't pick him number one. I'd much rather move back to 4 or 5.
Oh no, you're not getting him at 5.
You might not get him at 5, but there's another guy I like that I think may you know I'll take the chance is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
If I'm picking up a future first, or you know what I mean, depending on the asset that I'm getting,
Hmm.
I'd move back to 5. And if Ivy's there, I'd grab him at 5. If he's not, I think oh my god, what's this guy's name? I'm so sorry. I'm drawing a blank. Um from what's his name? Egan.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with
Egan. Good
Egan.
good all around game. I think he's 6'8". Um both plays both sides of the ball. I wouldn't mind him, and he's a versatile 6'8", so not necessarily he can play the 3, he can play the 4. Um, another, I think he doesn't have the ceiling as a lot of those other top 4 picks, but
Yeah.
his floor is pretty high.
Yeah, I mean what I like about Ivy is that if he develops a jump shot, it's just over. It's just
His jump
over.
shot is pretty solid. I think what he has to work on more is, especially if he's going to play the point guard,
But
his
see, I don't
ball.
see him as a point guard.
I mean, I
I
hear
see,
you.
yeah, I see him as as an off guard because you're right. His decision making, same IQ situation. His decision
Mhm.
making, his play making, that really has to evolve. I see him as a 2, and then maybe as years go on, he can develop into a combo guard and also play the point guard position. But I see him more as a off guard, um, downhill type finishing type guy that needs to get better finishing, with the mid range and the three. I don't think he's a good 3-point shooter um, either. So yeah, but his upside is high as well.
No doubt. I'm gonna bring Jay Boogie in real quick because we about to end the show. Um, so Jay Boogie, salute.
Yo, salute. 3 capital S's up. What's good with my family, man? How my brothers and my sisters do? I'm glad you get ready in the show, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't call up here for nothing. This is where I'm at. Hey, yo, Black is time. You ain't see what I just put in the chat? Yo, Black is time. In fact, hey, yo, let me get that black hat. Let me get them black lenses. Let me get that black sweater. And it look like you got a black mic. That's what time it is, Black. I'm gonna inbox you my dress. I need all that, Black, because it's time.
No doubt. Salute.
Hey, Queen, how you doing? I hope
I'm
everybody
good. I
had
appreciate you.
Hope everybody had a blessed Monday. I hope everybody enjoyed yesterday. Y'all know what
Absolutely.
yesterday was. It was the holiday that they said it was, but that's not the holiday that we feel it's supposed to be. Because you're supposed to support that queen each and every day. Because they bring us and allow us to be king. So you got to support that mama every day in your life. Any day you're breathing, any day she breathing, man. Support that woman that you know what I'm saying that brought you into this world. You know what I'm saying. And if yours is up into the essence, heavens to the above. God bless us. You know what I'm saying. Keep doing what you're doing because she's looking down. She's just right here on your shoulder looking at all of us. You know what I'm saying? Well, blessings to everybody that had a blissful day. You know what I'm saying? Hope you had good meals. You had laughter and everything. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to come rock with y'all for a few seconds and tell
Appreciate it.
Black. I'm laughing and joking, but I need that black. I think that's a black tango. I can't say I'm going to blow this picture up, but I need that.
I appreciate you. And if y'all ain't see the Mother's Day video that J Boogie put out, go check that out. You know what I mean? Go play it for your mom. Hey mom, hey, check this out, man. I thought about you when I seen this. Salute, J Boogie. Real
That's,
quick before you go,
yes, sir.
if we win the lottery, we got the number one pick. Who you grabbing?
If I win the lottery and I got the number one pick, I'm calling back 2 spots to the third pick and let you jump up here. What you going to offer me for that right there? I need to dance because I don't want none of them guys. I need to grab what we need and not what we want. What we need is a young thoroughbred PG point guard. I can go from the 1 and come back to the 3 and grab that boy Ivy, you know what I'm saying? And if he's a bust, then that's what he has to be. But I know I picked the right person. I'm dropping back and picking up me something, you know what I'm saying, for the future. Maybe an extra pick for next year, you know what I'm saying? A swap or something for next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need Ivy. If I get that first pick, I'm not even picking that number 1 guy. I
hear
don't
you. I hear you.
That's speed, man.
I'm not sure if I'm going Ivy yet, but I'm definitely considering moving back and picking up some assets and picking somebody that definitely fits into a need more so than, you know, these top power forwards, if you will, in my opinion.
If Detroit got the third pick, you know they're gonna be right around their top 3 pick next year. You know what I'm saying? If you and Detroit swap out right now and they say we
snatch up a point guard from them.
No, I'm saying if they allow us to do a switch next year for pick and switch this pick right here, you're not gonna make that move?
You banking on them being bad next year too.
Yeah, they are. They ain't going nowhere.
I mean,
yeah,
I think they would be an ideal trade partner if we jump them in the lottery because they need a big more than we do, and we need guards. So I think we could snatch up one of their guards because they got a plethora of them, you know, and pick up an asset at the same time.
Who you going to get?
I mean, I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want Hayes. I don't know if I want. I'll probably pick Cole Anthony and just deal with the.
I said
Cole Anthony is not on Detroit though.
Oh,
Detroit. Oh, yes, you're right. They got a bunch of guards too.
They got Killian Hayes. I don't know if I'm that high on him. Though.
For some reason I was thinking Orlando. You know what I mean? Make that same kind of move with Orlando because they got a bunch of guards. But
Michael Fultz and Cole Anthony.
And Cole Anthony, you know what I mean? And Suggs, right?
And Suggs.
Yep.
So, you know what I mean? They can't maneuver with all 3 of those guys. But yeah,
they got one of the top picks too.
I know, but if we happen to jump them, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Now that's a trade partner. J Boog, I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to your loved ones. We going to Queen's Court. If you want to jump over there, you know what I mean? Jump in the chat. Send that love over there.
I can't do it, man. I got 3 trucks out here. We offloading 3 trucks. We on our last right now, so I'm getting ready to do our paperwork. So when I was doing the paperwork, I see my little brother and little sis. You know, I got to come support. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
to come support, man. So I just wanted to come rock with y'all a few minutes. But yeah, we out here. If I can make it, I will. But I will say something in the chat because when the subscribe button and bell go off, you know what I'm saying? I got to show my love for that's for all the podcasters. You know what I'm saying? That's for everybody. When the bell go off, it alerts me. I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna say something, whether I come on or don't come on. If I got time, I'm coming on. If not,
all right. Tomorrow 9:00 as well. Dope Soul. I'll send you the link if you can make it.
Hey, 9:00. I might be good tomorrow night at 9:00. Yo. What is soul to soul? That's Queen. What is dope with soul? That's Queen. Yeah.
Sound like an intro brewing.
Sounds like an intro, right?
Sound like an intro brewing.
That's what's happening, man. Bless y'all.
All right.
Love for real.
Yes.
All right.
Queen, I'll see you over in the Queen's Court. I know you gotta go set it up.
Yeah, put my dog away.
Salute to the chat. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm gonna bring you a full-length episode of all these topics. I had some technical difficulties, but I got it worked out, and I figured you guys waited for me, so let me not keep you hanging. But I got a full episode coming up with with some slides and some breakdowns of these players, strengths, weaknesses, age, wingspans, all that good stuff. But shout out to you guys, and your blackest time. We out of here. See you on the Queen's Court.